morning, everybody. Scouts finishing up their warm-up this morning. Game 1 of a 2-game friendly series against the Omaha Junior Mavericks. Got about 45 seconds left in the warm-up, and we'll get this first game going right on time. Scouts out in their blue kits. Second game today at 4 p.m., so we'll go 11 a.m., 4 p.m. as KC gets back to work here off of the holiday break, and what's going to prove to be a very exciting and very busy home stretch, home 2 months of the season. $15 minutes on the clock as both teams cleaning up. Looks like we need 2 buckets. Don't have the buckets. One highlight for this game of note, Quentin Dow, number 4 Quentin Dow, will be back in action today. 2-month hiatus with that broken collarbone, so he's back in action for today on, which is very exciting. So I think we can officially call our Scouts back to full strength here. As the teams break the huddle, and we'll get ready to get started. Scouts are going to wheel out Keone, Hap, Burgoon up top with Newton and Smith on the blue line. Whistle sounds, puck is down, and Keone takes the draw real quick into the Omaha zone. Pulled down from behind, still on top of the puck, and here comes Omaha out of their zone. Not able to control through the neutral zone. Smith's going to send it up towards Burgoon. Hap now in his own zone. Out to Keone. Keone takes a hit, and the puck goes back into the Scout zone. Smith chasing. Cross ice to Hap. Hap just not able to get control of the puck. He's going to push his player back into the Omaha zone, and Omaha comes out to center ice. Scouts back in their own zone. Puck through center ice. Controlled now by Hockenauer. He gives way to Dow. Dow going to cycle behind his own net with the puck and come up through center ice with the puck. Dow sends one in to the Omaha zone, and a whistle sounds for icing. Faceoff will come back to the Scout zone, just to the left of Clayton. Faceoff goes behind the Scouts' net. Hoffine sends one out midboards, not entirely out of the zone. Shot from the far dot goes in on Clayton, and he saves it with no rebounds. Hockenauer, Dietz, and Fitzpatrick out there now with Dow and Hoffine. Face off to the right of the Scouts' net. Tied up on the dot, goes back towards the point. Hoffine tries to clear the zone, not out. Puck back in behind the Scouts' net. Hoffine turns it over near corner, up in front. Out to the blue line now, towards the net. Hoffine kicks it far corner. Sends one up towards Hockenauer. Scouts having a tough time getting out of their own zone, and here we go now. Dietz carries it out. Has Hockenauer. Dietz and Hockenauer take the zone. Dietz circling behind the net, looking for his options. Back to the blue line. Hoffine goes towards the net, blocked. Scouts getting a little tangled up on the change there as the puck goes into the Omaha zone. And here comes Omaha through center ice. Takes the Scout zone, and they're going to go in for a change. As Natition up to Duffy. Duffy now cross ice, almost intercepted. Goes in behind the Scouts' net. Duffy to chase near corner. Juju now far corner. Gregory out of the zone, not quite. Juju able to chip it out to center ice. Juju still going. Puck goes into the Omaha zone now, turned over. Gregory with a great pass towards Duffy. Midboard's far side now, Dungy. As that blue line pass kept in the zone by Newton. Dumped in though, nobody home as the Scouts will have to retreat. Turnover now, Burgoon takes the zone. He's all alone as the Scouts still getting a change. Half late to the game. Over skates, and Omaha is able to get it out of the zone. Newton's going to chase. Newton looks up. Got Keone. Hap intercepts. Cross to Smith. Smith now up to Burgoon, who's just going to chip it in and go get a change. Hap and Keone now forecheck. Turnover. Deep inside the Omaha zone as Omaha able to get it out to center ice. Keone now up towards Hap. Hap sends one into the zone for Dietz to chase. As the puck goes all the way down the ice. And the whistle sounds for an icing. Face-off will come all the way back to the Omaha zone. Face-off to the left of the Omaha net. Dietz, Hockenauer, and Fitzpatrick out there now. Dow and Hoffine on the blue line. Puck goes in behind the net, near corner. Dow not able to hold the blue line as Hoffine retreats. He's going to cycle in front of his net, look for an option. Cross ice pass, hits a skate, and now here comes Omaha. Beautiful job by Quentin Dow to recover. Dietz now, pressure, puck out front. Pass does not connect as here comes Omaha. Puck off the side of the net. Now behind the Scouts' net, out in front, shot, save, and Dietz is going to turn it over in front, and here comes a shot, goes wide. Again, Omaha, a lot of pressure. Hoffine takes his man off the puck, and the Scouts are able to get it out. Beautiful backhand pass up to Hockenauer from Fitzpatrick. He chips one into the zone and chases it. Puck tied up, not out of the zone as Juju pinches to dump it in deep and allow the Scouts to get a change up top. Natition. Blue line, that puck is deflected out to center for Juju to chase. And here comes Juju with some speed. He's going to take the zone. and flick it in behind the Omaha net for Gregory to chase. Dungy, providing some pressure. Now Duffy. Puck at the blue line goes just over. Whistle sounds for offsides, and we'll get a halt and play. Neutral zone face-off here. Dungy, Duffy, and Gregory gonna stay out with Newton and Smith on the blue line. Face-off goes into the Omaha zone. Again, dancing on that blue line. Omaha will emerge with it. Backhand one out to center ice as they have an odd man opportunity. As they choose to dump. Newton's going to get there. Half wall to Duffy. Duffy swings it around, not able to get it out, but one last effort there. Chips out to center ice as that puck goes into the Omaha offensive zone offsides. Should have a center ice face-off here. Hap, Burgoon, and Keone out there now with Dow and Hoffine on the blue line. 9 minutes to play here in the first as we work the holiday hangover off slowly. Whistle sounds again for icing this time. So the face-off will swing all the way back into the Omaha zone. 0-0, 8:54 to play in the first. Hap to take the face-off to the right of the Omaha net. Hap kicks one near corner. Puck is swept around far corner now where Burgoon chases. As puck stays in the zone, Keone does a nice job. And here comes Omaha, 2-on-1. Beautiful back check from Hoffine as that centering pass went wide. A wonderful opportunity from Omaha. Hap's clearing attempt hits the official in the foot. Doesn't go all the way around, but Keone able to get it out. He has Burgoon coming through the center. Puck jumps over his stick, but he's able to still get there first. As Omaha clears the zone. Puck down to center ice, 1-on-2. They get a quick shot. No problem for Clayton as Detition now is pushed off the puck midboard's far side. He gets one to Hockenauer. Hockenauer comes up the center as puck finally gets to center ice. Again, Omaha, goal. Scouts just got a little tangled up in their own skates, bumping into each other. Omaha comes away, another odd man sort of short ice break there, and from the near dot goes far post. Omaha takes the 1-0 lead. Dietz, Hockenauer, Fitzpatrick out there now. Newton and Smith on the blue line. Face-off controlled by Omaha and swung deep into the scout zone. Smith going to backhand one towards Newton. Newton now up to Hockenauer. He's not able to control. Gets one over to Smith. Smith up the center to Dietz now. Dietz in alone. Declan high and wide. Beautiful stretch pass from Smith up to Dietz, who did a great job to control that pass. Smith now going to dump one in deep for a chase. Dietz on the forecheck. Omaha controls behind the Scouts' net. Dietz still bird dogging full length of the ice. Chips one up towards Duffy. Another shot from the near dot. Gets past Clayton, low glove side as Omaha takes 2-0 lead. .650 to play in the first. Detition and Juju on the blue line now. Duffy, Dungy, and Gregory out there up top. Face off back to Natition. He bumps one up towards Duffy. Not able to control it. Back into the Omaha zone. Juju and Natition play catch. Pass now turned over in the scout zone, and Dungy able to just to backhand one out. Nice forechecking pressure there from Duffy. Gregory, centering attempt, just tipped wide. Smith holds the blue line. Duffy now sends one in deep, and that's deflected high up into the netting, and the whistle sounds. Beautiful forecheck pressure there from Gregory and Duffy. Created a turnover and a nice opportunity there for the Scouts. 6 minutes left in the first. They're going to stay out. Duffy, Dungy, and Gregory are going to stay out, this time with Newton and Smith. Face-off controlled by Duffy. He surveys his options, backhands one slowly towards the center. Nobody home, as Omaha not able to back it out the first time. They're going to exit the zone on the second try. Stretch pass to Gregory. Gregory banks one in behind the Omaha net. Centering pass, picked off midair by the goalie. Midboard's far side. As here comes Omaha now, 1-on-3. Dungy goes for the body, gets a wing, and Duffy up towards Gregory. Puck out to center ice now, where Burgoon touches up, and Scouts have had trouble with this all game. Whistle sounds for too many men on the ice. And it was only a matter of time before the sloppy changes caught up with us. So with 5:21 to play in the first, Scouts down 2-0. We'll have to kill, what's going on the board is 2 minutes. Hap, Keone with Hoffine and Dow to kill the first part of this shorthanded situation. Hoffine carries it in deep, dumps it, and chases it. Hap covers. Keone applying some shorthanded forechecking pressure as Omaha comes out of their zone now. Stretch pass, it's tipped all the way down. Icing is waved. Dow sends one up over the boards for a whistle. Out of play. As the Scouts will get a change here. Looks like Keone and Hap are going to stay out. Juju and Nutition will provide defensive support. Hap wins one over to Juju as puck is swept back out into the Omaha zone, slow enough to not warrant an icing. Stretch pass, doesn't make it out of the zone. The second attempt comes out to center ice here as Omaha will take the zone and set up. Shot, high slot, blocked. Juju up to Hap. Hap backs one out of the zone. Stretch pass doesn't connect with Keone as here comes Omaha. High slot goes, shot goes over the net. Newton collects and backhands one out of the zone to center ice. Omaha will retreat. And here comes Hockenauer, shorthanded, taken off the puck, but chewing up some valuable time here as there's 35 seconds to go in the Scouts penalty. Newton holds the zone, sends one in on net from the blue line. And Hockenauer still on the puck, centering. Fitzpatrick gets a swipe. And looks like we're going to have a penalty. Looks like Omaha's going to go off. Fitzpatrick had a nice swipe at it with loose puck in front of the Omaha net. And somewhere in that scrum, Omaha picks up a holding penalty. So we'll have 20 seconds of 4-on-4 here. Face-off controlled by Duffy. who is taken out from behind. No call. Puck comes out through center ice. Shot save. And Clayton covers. Whistle sounds. Strong shot. High slot from Omaha. So, let's get a little audit here. 4-on-4 hockey for 6 more seconds. Then the Scouts will go on the power play for about 1:40. Face-off here to the left of Clayton. Controlled by the Scouts. Dow cycles in behind his net. Sends one up high to Dietz. He's not able to control that pass, understandably. As Gregory now controls, and here we go. Scouts are up on the power play now. Dietz going to carry it out of the zone through center ice. As Omaha controls a tumbling puck, sends it back in. Dow now out there with Hoffine. Duffy, Dungy, and looks like Dietz is going to stay out there for the... Hoffine sends one in on net. Bouncing rebound. Duffy, centering attempt, just goes wide off of a skate in front of the net. Omaha sends one out to center ice. Controlled by Dow. He's going to carry the zone. Nope, he's going to dump it in deep. Let Duffy and Dungy chase it near corner. Dungy to Duffy. Duffy now surveying, centering, intercepted. Juju comes in late. Sweeps one midboards far side and sends one all the way around to Gregory. See if the Scouts can get something set up here with a little bit of organization. Natishin holds his own. Natishin goes for the pass to Dungy, goes wide. Juju now, centering attempt to Gregory, deflected over the net. 16 seconds to go. Centering attempt goes all the way through the slot. Nobody home. Juju back to Natishin as the Scouts try to take the zone with 5 more seconds left to play in their power play. Keone sends one around. Dungy's going to chase. Dungy, Keone, and Burgoon right now. Keone, far corner. Referee gets in the way, and here comes Omaha. Takes the zone. Puck trickles in behind the Scouts' net. Burgoon chips one out to center ice. As Omaha's going to regroup. Take the zone again. Shot from the point here. Catches Clayton out of position as Omaha goes up 3-0. Whole right side of the net was wide open, and Omaha sends it in and capitalizes on that opportunity. So Omaha up 3-0, minute 6 left in the first period here. Hockenauer, Dietz, and Fitzpatrick out there with Dow and Hoffine. Hockenauer, as puck comes up to the neutral zone, Dow sweeps one backhanded towards Hockenauer. He's tied up near boards, trying to get it up towards Fitzy, who's going to take the zone. Fitzy has Dietz in the center. Pass goes through his stick. Far corner now. As the Scouts look to try to get something going here. Nobody back for the Scouts as Omaha another 2-on-1 opportunity. Hockenauer, shot deflected high into the net, and the whistle sounds. 25.4 seconds remaining in the first period here. Omaha up 3-0 on the Scouts. Face-off will go to the left of the Omaha net. Dungy, Duffy, Gregory out there with Natishin and Juju. Face-off tied up at the dot. Quick shot from Dungy goes wide. As Duffy now with Gregory near corner. Natishin will pinch and cycle in behind the net. Whistle sounds, and first period comes to an end. With the Scouts trailing 3-0. Couple good opportunities for the Scouts there in the offensive zone. Need to tighten up some of the activity in the defensive zone this period. All right, whistle sounds, 15 minutes on the clock, period 2 getting ready to start. Dungy, Duffy, and Gregory coming out with Juju and Natition on the blue line. Second period underway. Dungy kicks one up towards Gregory, who's going to carry the zone. Whistle sounds as Duffy goes offsides by 20 feet. Neutral zone face-off here. Little miscomm there as Duffy thought that Gregory was going to dump it in deep. He was going in for the chase. No problem. Neutral zone face-off gets swept back into the Omaha zone. Comes out towards the blue line where Omaha gets it back to center ice. Juju up towards Dungy, who sends one all the way down for an icing. Face-off will come back into the Scout zone. Hap, Burgoon, Keone out there now with Newton and Smith. Face-off to the right of the Scouts net. Face-off one back to the Omaha blue line. Sent in on net. Boy, that got all up in Clayton's business and deflected wide. Puck gets hacked up into the Omaha bench and whistle sounds. Heavy traffic in front of the Scouts net there. That puck got on Clayton. Luckily positioned well there. Kick it to the side. Do this again. Face off now to his left. Hap, Burgoon, and Keone. Face off back towards the blue line where Keone comes off his post on right wing to kick that out to center ice. And here comes Omaha now. Off the turnover at center ice. Shot, save. Puck loose as Hap now controls. Puck's at his skates. Out in front, all alone. Omaha shot, save. Hap now comes out. Sends one up to Burgoon. Burgoon will carry the zone. He's pulled off the puck. As Omaha clears one out to center ice where Smith sends one back to Hoffine. Hoffine tries to get one up towards Hap. That's intercepted. As Dietz now going to cycle in behind his own net. Get one up towards Hoffine. Hoffine not able to control as that puck comes out to center ice. Omaha now will carry into the scout zone. Puck goes far side now. Smith up towards Hap. Dietz pushed off the puck, sends it over towards Hockenauer. He ties his man up just long enough for Hoffine to finish the check. And Hockenauer now going to come out with a little bit of speed. Puck tumbles out to center ice where he chips one up to himself. Hockenauer, Dietz now. Hockenauer, shot, save, out alone in front. Nobody home to tip it. Dietz back to the blue line for Quentin Dow. Dow over to Dietz. Dietz to Dow. Dow on net. Kick wide. Fitzy now. Fitzy sends one backhanded behind the net. Doesn't get to its destination. Now he kicks it to Dietz. Dietz near corner to Hoffine. Hoffine sends one in high towards the Omaha net. Gloved and secured for a whistle. All right, we have a confirmed pulse. Great opportunity there for the Scouts. Quick 2-on-1 there for Hockenauer and Dietz. Dungy, Duffy, and Gregory out there now battling. Gregory with a sweet centering pass, nobody home. Petition not able to hold the zone as the puck comes out to center ice. He chips one back in. Omaha's going to control and choose to dump one back towards the Scouts' end of the zone. Center ice now. Puck tumbling around center ice. Gregory goes in for the hit. Sticks flying everywhere. People flying everywhere. Stretch pass to Gregory, not completed as Omaha controls through center ice. Boy, Scouts had another great opportunity there as Dungy and Duffy and Gregory were in alone. Not able to control puck. As Omaha sends one in off sides, we'll have a neutral zone faceoff with 11:06 to play in the second. Scouts looking to chip into this 3-0 deficit. Hap, Burgoon, and Keone will take neutral zone draw here with Newton and Smith. Hap controls one towards Keone now. Keone going to go wide, look for some support. Support's late. Keone taking off the puck as the puck comes out to center ice. Smith up towards Burgoon. A pass doesn't connect. Center ice. Smith going to try it again. This pass up towards Burgoon does not connect either. Through center ice now. Keone pulled off the puck and pulled down. All alone in front. Shot goes high and over the net. As the Scouts avoid another Omaha opportunity. Face off to the right of Clayton. Looks like Fitzpatrick, Dietz, and Hockenauer. Dietz comes off the dot with the puck. He's up to Hockenauer. Hockenauer takes the zone with Fitzy. Going to cycle in wide. Shot, save. Fitzy tries to tuck back the rebound, and it is also saved. Secured for a whistle. Good pressure from this line. Fitzy, Dietz, and Hockenauer out there with Hoffine and Dow. Dietz to Fitzy. Puck comes out high slot as Omaha sweeps one out to center ice. Hoffine's going to gather it. Go backhand towards Dow. As the whistle sounds again for offsides. Neutral zone faceoff. Dietz sweeps one towards Hockenauer, over to Hoffine. Hoffine surveys, sends one up to Fitzy. Fitzy not able to control. Hockenauer now. Hockenauer, Trey on the backhand, shot save. Trey now, still on it, leaves it for Dow. Dow trying to kick one back towards Hockenauer. Puck comes out to center ice where Hoffine will gather. Sends one over towards Fitzpatrick. That pass does not connect. Hoffine will get another try. Stretch pass to Hockenauer is tipped deep into the Omaha zone, where Hockenauer will chase and control the puck. Scouts get a change, so arriving late, shot save as Duffy. Beautiful position out front in the centering attempt from Hockenauer. Duffy hauled down and gets a shot on net. Duffy again going to control. Back to the blue line with Natishin. Natishin goes blue line to Juju. Juju in on net, low, deflected wide. Near corner. And the Scouts will go to the power play. A lot of action in front of the Omaha net. Duffy and Gregory getting tripped and cross-checked all over the place. So Omaha will go to the box for roughing. And the Scouts have a nice opportunity here. On the power play, Dungy, Duffy, and Gregory. Face-off controlled by Gregory. Gregory, backhand centering attempt, intercepted as Omaha tries to clear. Juju now. Scouts set it up. Juju and Natishin play catch. Juju, high slot, shot, save. Tracked down by Natishin. He swipes it in behind the net. Gregory first one there. Gregory tied up. And here comes Omaha. 2-on-2, shorthanded. Offside whistle sounds. As good effort there by Juju and Natishin to throw off the timing of that rush. Minute 30 left on the Scouts power play. Dungy, Duffy, and Gregory are going to remain out there. Face-off one back to Omaha, who will cycle back into their own zone and pick one up towards center ice. And now Omaha dumps to chew up some more time. Juju now controlled. He bumps into Natishin behind the net. Natishin over to Juju. Juju up towards Gregory. That pass deflects all the way down. No whistle for icing as Natishin deep in the zone will try to get this set up. He goes backhand to Smith. Smith, midboard's far side. Smith, centering attempt. Kicked all the way out to center ice, and the whistle sounds. Omaha player taken down behind the play as Gregory is going to go to the bench for roughing. So the Scouts only get a minute 24 out of that power play. We'll have 4-on-4 here for 36 seconds. Happ and Burgoon out there now with Newton and Smith. Omaha needs to swipe another player onto the ice. Here we go, 4-on-4 for 36 seconds. Happ wins it over to Newton. Newton back to Happ, who will cycle behind the net and come out with some speed. Griffin Happ up to Newton. Newton taking off the puck at the blue line as that puck sweeps into the Omaha zone, and they send it all the way down. Stretch pass does not connect for an icing. Four on four here for another 18 seconds. Face off to the left of the Omaha net. Happ and Burgoon still out there with Newton and Smith. Puck stays in the zone. Burgoon, strong shot from the blue line. Goes just wide of the net. Puck now in deep into the scout zone. Happ, midboards near side, not able to control that clearing attempt. Shot goes in towards the net, but not out, or not on net, and now out to center ice, where Omaha is going to set up their power play. Minute left for them on the advantage. Happ now controls. Sends one up towards Dietz. Doesn't connect, but banks on net, so icing waved off. Omaha now take the zone 2-on-2. High slot, centering pass. Does not connect. Deflected out to the near point, where Omaha's going to set up for their last 30 seconds of their power play. Centering attempt. Deflected to the mid-boards, far side. Dietz and Happ now. Dietz centering to Happ. Shot goes save, and now here comes Omaha. And Omaha again had an entirely wide open net there to capitalize on, and here comes Hoffine. Hoffine's going to dump, and we are back to full strength. Puck kept in the zone momentarily as here comes Omaha. Dump and a change. One Omaha Maverick forechecking as Hoffine sends one over to Natition. Gets past him. He kicks now out of the zone. Natition to Fitzy. Pass deflected to center ice, and Hockenauer cleans up. Takes a big hit through center ice, and here comes Omaha. Omaha takes the zone. Centering attempt goes far corner. Omaha controls behind the Scouts' net. Back to the blue line. Kept in. On net. Kicked midboards far side by Natition out of midair, and he's going to hit the 60-degree flop shot to center ice. Here comes Omaha again. Hoffine does a nice job taking his player off the puck. Duffy getting a little chippy here late in the second as players are tied up in the corner. Wow. Both players are going to get sent. Joke. For just wrestling in the corner behind the play. So Duffy and the Omaha player will go to the box for their shenanigans. Omaha still up 3-0. 4:31 to play in the second. Neutral zone faceoff. 5-on-5 with the offsetting penalties as Omaha takes the zone. Far side. Cycles behind the net. Going to get one back out to the blue line here and send one on net. Gets all the way through. Juju cleans it up. Chips one to himself and has Happ streaking through center ice. Not able to control that pass as here comes Burgoon. He's taken off the puck. Natition to Juju. Juju sends one over towards Happ. Griffin does a good job with the stick lift. Otherwise, Omaha was in again. Odd man. Puck goes over the blue line and back in for a whistle. Offsides. Happ, Burgoon, and Keone out there with Newton and Smith. Happ, first one to the puck, center ice. Tries to send one in deep. Omaha has it and reverses the cause. Newton chips one up towards Burgoon now. Burgoon has Happ. Burgoon's shot goes high and wide. Happ collects, sends one around to Keone. Keone pushes his man off the puck and allows Dietz to control. Dancing on the blue line, gets swept out to center ice. as Dietz and Newton play catch. Hockenauer now with Fitzpatrick. Scouts will try this again. Puck goes into the zone. Onside. Hockenauer. Fitzy all alone in front. Not able to control. Smith keeps it in the zone. Dumps one down deep for Dietz. Dietz and Fitzy now. Fitzy pushes his man off the puck. Centering. Shot goes wide all the way around. Smith hustling to get there, and does. Tries to send one in on net. Doesn't get all the way through. Omaha carries it out. Sends one all the way around for a chase. Smith reverses the cause. Nobody home as Omaha will control from the blue line. On net, tipped with a appear to be a high stick. Goes wide. Bodies crashing everywhere. Omaha now. Shot save. As another dangerous Omaha attempt is stopped. Hoffine and Dow will switch in on the blue line, and Duffy, Dungy, and Gregory come in up top. 2:05 to play in the second. Face-off will be to the right of Clayton. One back behind the Scouts' net. Dow controls. He's tied up. Omaha now. Dungy finishes his check. Omaha controls the puck. And here's Gregory. Chips one out. Here comes Gregory. Gregory has Dungy. That centering pass not able to connect as Dungy gets one in deep towards Gregory. Midboards now near side. Gets out to center ice. Far side, excuse me. Hoffine collects. Zigzagging his way to a decision. Hoffine up through center ice to Gregory. Gregory taking off the puck, but able to get there first. Centering a pass. No. Dungy just taking off the puck, and here comes Omaha through center ice. They'll dump and not chase. Nitish will gather. Nitish up to Hap. Hap controls through center ice. Hap's going to go wide, put on the brakes, and lose the puck. And here comes Omaha. Good play by Archer. Skate save. Hap stretch pass to Keone. Keone now. In. Leaves it for Burgoon. Shot. Deflected wide. Keone backhands one to Hap. Hap taking off the puck. Burgoon helping. Puck goes in behind the Omaha net. Keone to chase. Burgoon. As Omaha touches up and a whistle. Elbowing. 43's on tilt. He'll go back to the box. Something is really bugging number 43, so he spent the majority of this period in the box. The second half of this period. This one for elbowing. 6.8 seconds left in the second period, and the Scouts need something to get the engine going here. Dietz, Fitzpatrick, and Hockenauer out there with Juju and Nitish. Face-off one. Centering attempt to Hockenauer. He is taken off the puck. Juju from the blue line tries to get one in on net, but the whistle, the horn sounds, and the second period comes to an end. So Casey able to stop the bleeding that period, which is positive. And if we follow the trend, we should be into something good here in the third period when we'll start with 1 minute and 54 seconds of power play activity for the Scouts. All right, teams break the huddle. We'll get going here, third period. 15 minutes on the clock. Dietz, Hockenauer, and Fitzy will start the third period. Natishin and Juju on the blue line. Man advantage for the Scouts for another minute 54. So let's see if we can turn this into some positive momentum. Hockenauer sweeps one towards the blue line. Chipped up to center ice. Juju pinches to try to create some momentum there. Dietz to Natishin. Natishin backpedals. Takes center ice. We'll take the zone now and get in deep. Centering attempt. Juju now from the blue line. Natishin to Juju as the Scouts get their power play set up. Dietz switches with Natishin. Juju. Natishin. Natishin now from the near dot. Shot low. Saved and swept behind the net. Jack able to control. Up to Dietz now. Dietz to Natishin. Natishin to Juju. Natishin. Dietz down low. Jack. Jack back to Juju. Juju shot is deflected up into the net. Good patience by the Scouts there on that offensive rush. Created a great opportunity from Juju as his shot is deflected up into the netting. Dungy, Duffy, and Gregory out there now with Newton and Smith for the final 47 seconds of the Scouts power play. Omaha controls, and that gets past Newton all the way back into the Scouts zone and will not reach the red line, so the end line. So icing's waved off. Newton stretched to Duffy, doesn't connect. Omaha controls, sends it all the way back. Icing waved off again as Smith gathers. Cross ice. Doesn't connect. And the puck's turned over all the way down into the Omaha zone. Smith pinches. Gets one now to Duffy. He's not able to control. Far corner. Smith now with time. Over to Newton. Newton now sends one on net but wide. Duffy to chase as we're back to full strength. Duffy cycles one into behind to Gregory. Gregory back to Duffy. Duffy centering. Newton high slot shot low. Was looking for Gregory's stick. Puck still loose. Omaha is able to get it out to center ice. Good look there from Newton. Find Gregory's stick low on the near post. Oh boy. As Omaha now creates something out of nothing. Newton and Clayton not able to communicate on that dribbler back into the crease. Got all the way past two swiping sticks and underneath Clayton's pads. Created a dangerous opportunity there for Omaha. Happ, Keone, and Burgoon out there now with Dow and Hoffine. Shot from the blue line, kicked aside. Omaha, shot goes high. Keone to chase. Keone back towards Hoffine. Hoffine sends one over towards Dow. Puck turned over behind the net. Omaha centering attempt, stolen by Hoffine. Up towards Keone, but that pass doesn't connect. And Burgoon forced to chase. Keone now chasing with Happ. Blue line, puck kept in by Dow, but flicked out of the zone. Hoffine forced to chase. Hoffine stretch pass to Keone. Misses its target, and an icing results. .11:32 to play in the third. We're back to full strength as Omaha continues to have their 3-0 lead. Dietz, Hockenauer, and Fitzpatrick out there with Natishin and Juju. Shot goes, puck is loose in front of Clayton's net. Shot saved. Clayton does a nice job of moving to his left. Omaha now behind the Scouts' net. Natishin comes out, banks one up towards Fitzy. Hockenauer's going to take it. Scouts have a 3-on-2 if they hustle. Hockenauer sends one towards the net. Juju now towards Hockenauer with Dietz. Fitzpatrick pressuring far corner. As the puck comes back out to center ice, Natishin to Smith. Smith loses control at center ice, and Omaha's going to take it and send one all the way in on net. Scouts will gather. Cross ice pass to Duffy. Ultimately grabs it and sends it in deep for a chase. Gregory and Dungy, far boards, mid boards. Gregory centering attempt to Duffy. Gets past him and out of the zone. Hoffine. Puck tumbles to Dungy. Dungy taken off the puck. As here comes Omaha with some speed out of their zone. Through neutral, through center ice, and into the Scouts zone, uncontested, still on the puck. Centering attempt is deflected aside as stretch pass again does not connect and goes all the way down for icing. Face off now to the right of Clayton. You're a good man. Shot in on Clayton, save from the blue line. Whistle sounds. You're a good man. Thank you very much. Happ sweeps it into the far corner for Hoffine. Cross to Dow. Dow goes high off the glass, but not out. Omaha now. Shot deflected wide. Happ's going to gather. Backhand out to center ice where he had Burgoon as that puck goes into the Scouts defensive zone offsides. So center ice face off. Happ, Burgoon, and Keone out there with Dow and Hoffine. Happ wins the face-off back to Dow. Dow's pass over to Keone is intercepted, and Omaha gets a shot towards the Scouts' net. It doesn't get all the way through. Burgoon going to go in and chase deep behind the Omaha net. Puck comes out in front, nobody home. Turnover. Not quite created, but Burgoon keeps it in the zone. Happ chasing now as that puck finally gets sent back out into the Scout zone. Juju with speed. Backhand up the middle, dangerous. Keone sends one, tries to send one around. Hap alone near side. He controls the pass. Taken off the puck as Fitzy comes in late and sends one in behind the Omaha net. 8:30 to play in the third. Omaha through center ice. Will continue to keep control and just dump one in deep. Natishin will chase. Turns over, high slot. Fitzy helping. Near corner now. Puck comes out to the blue line where Omaha is going to dump it back in and around. And here comes Fitzy. Fitzy with Hockenauer, 2-on-2. Fitzy's going to chase, dump and change, excuse me. As Omaha has time. Sends one out to center ice where Omaha takes the zone. Leaves it. High shot, toe drag, wrist shot, save. And here come the scouts. Dungy and Gregory take the zone. Leaves it for Gregory. Gregory centering attempt to Duffy. Deflected high and over his stick. Dungy battling far corner now with Gregory. Gregory takes a shot. Puck tied up. As Duffy swipes it back to the blue line. Smith controls. Smith to Dow. One-timer goes wide. And Omaha chooses to loft one out to center ice. I will not have enough energy to carry all the way past the end line. Quinton gathers. Through center ice. Smith sends one over towards Dungy. Midboard's near side now. Dungy going to go high slot. He's taken off the puck. And here comes Omaha. Stretch pass. Toe drag. Shot goes wide. Beautiful pass and a save. As Clayton disrupts the centering attempt there and controls the puck for a whistle. 6:15 to play in the third. Hap, Keone, Burgoon with Natishin and Hoffine. Puck goes all the way back into the Omaha zone. Omaha exit. Natishin to Keone. Keone back to Natishin. Natishin. Hoffine. Natishin. Keone. Keone up the center to Hap. Hap controls. Hap shot. Save. Good rush there from the scouts. Good puck control and good passing with some patience in there to boot. Dietz, Hockenauer, and Fitzy out there with Smith and Juju. Face off to the right of the Omaha goal. Hockenauer back to Juju. Juju now along the blue line to Smith. Smith to Hockenauer. Dietz in deep now. Dietz cycling out to Juju. Juju gets it to Smith. Smith sends one on net. Unobstructed view is caught and secured for a whistle. Midboard near side. Puck goes in behind the Omaha net. Fitzpatrick is there. He gets pushed up against the boards. Dietz kicks one. Hockenauer kicks one near corner. Sweeps one over towards Juju. Nobody home. And Juju's forced to retreat and back one up to Hockenauer, who will cycle and get some speed up the middle. Hockenauer leaves it for Dietz. Dietz now controlling. Dietz crossing over high slot. He's taken off the puck. but able to chase it down and cycle it behind the net. Dietz then taken off the puck late with a tripping. And whistle sounds for another Omaha penalty. 4:35 to play in the third. Omaha still up 3-0. Scouts will go back on the power play. Gregory, Duffy, Dungy out there with Dow and Natishin. Dungy to take the face-off to the right of the Omaha net. 2 minutes of 5-on-4 action here for the Scouts. Face-off one back towards Duffy. His shot is deflected into the far corner. Omaha controls, cycles, but Gregory's going to be there first. Here comes Dungy out of the near corner. Out front, tries to stuff one in near side. No good. Centering attempt. Doesn't connect, but puck's still in the zone. Dungy going in now as Omaha able to swipe one all the way out. A generous whistle there on the icing. That puck just had enough energy maybe to carry over the end line. Stops the clock with 3:59 left in the third. 1:22 to play remaining in the Scouts power play. Same group: Gregory, Dungy, Duffy, Natishin, and Dow on the blue line. Puck comes out to the blue line and swept all the way down for another icing. Happ, Keone, Burgoon out there with Hoffine and Smith. Face off to the left of the Omaha net. Near corner. Burgoon controls. Burgoon now out to the blue line. Hoffine over to Smith. Shot goes wide as Hoffine controls, and now he's going to go high slot. Hoffine still on it. Poke check off his stick to Burgoon. Happ fighting for position out front. Burgoon with options out to the blue line. Hoffine over to Smith. Smith's shot deflected high and over the net into the netting, and the whistle sounds. Happ, Keone, and Burgoon out there with Hoffine and Smith still. Face off to the left of the Omaha net. Face off one back to the blue line. Hoffine on net. Happ tips it low and wide. Good job by Smith pinching, keeping the puck in the zone. Burgoon over to Happ, far corner. Happ pulled off the puck. Still has it now. Happ centering attempt to Keone doesn't go through. Happ still on the puck. Backhand pass towards Keone doesn't connect, and Omaha is able to get it all the way down the ice for another icing. 3 seconds left on their penalty kill as the Scouts get a change. 2:39 to play in the third. Omaha retaining their 3-0 advantage. Dietz, Hockenauer, Fitzpatrick come out with Juju and Natishin on the blue line. 5-on-4 for 3 more seconds. Dietz to take the face-off. Omaha controls and emerges from the zone. Out through center ice. Omaha now shot off the side of Clayton's helmet and wide as Omaha now near corner. Juju taking off the puck. Dietz up half wall towards Natishin. Doesn't connect. From the blue line goes in on Clayton and wide. Out to center ice. Fitzpatrick creating a disturbance. Hockenauer chases it into the Omaha zone as Omaha breaks it out in front of their net. Sends one all the way down. Icing will be the call. Dietz, Hockenauer, Fitzpatrick still out there. Dow and Hoffine now on the blue line. Face-off tied up, swept behind the Omaha net. Fitzpatrick first one there. Hockenauer leaves it for Dietz. Dietz sends one to Dow. Dow backhands one towards Fitzpatrick now below the Omaha net. Fitzpatrick using his body. Far corner. And out of the zone. Gonna go all the way down. Short of icing, as Omaha is also the first one to touch up. Hockenauer gets there. And here comes Hockenauer with speed near side. Gonna go wide. He's got Gregory out front. From his feet, from the ice, gets one towards Gregory, just not able to connect. Dow now, near midboards near side, as the puck comes out to center ice. And down back into the scout zone. Hoffine. Omaha in alone. Shot. Save. As scouts just having trouble breaking out of their own zone. Omaha picking off passes left and right. .40 seconds remaining as Duffy, Dungy, and Gregory remain on the ice. Another clearing attempt goes up through the middle. Omaha nearly turns it into an opportunity. Duffy now, stretch pass up to Dungy, who will control. Has Gregory. Shot goes in. Rebound. Kicked aside. As the puck comes all the way back into the scout zone. Newton controls. His pass towards Duffy. Intercepted. And finally out as the horn sounds. And game one of this two-game set comes to an end. Omaha 3-0. We'll see you back here, same channel at 4 p.m. for game two.